But let's see what is going down here. Slow start to the pistol. EXILIUM expecting maybe an aggressive push from MOUZ down mid. But with the 1-4 split, where are they going to end up? Banana control has been taken. AOK starting to make his way down, but hasn't been seen. Vladik way too focused over towards the apps push. And the man, unfortunately, oh, okay, will be able to activate. Rich finds one in the meanwhile, and the aggression goes a little too far. Joey at the ready at top mid, and Zelix as well. You know he's a fragger. 4.2k elo. Absolute machine. Ooh, can't stop the swing. Wasn't ready for the swing back down the stairs towards the bomb. But now in the 3v3, it is literally anyone's round. 3v1, though, favoring the odds for EXILIUM here. Over towards the B site. And Toby's can't quite find them on the cross. Swinging. Dealt with. And the Glock's just shooting that a little too sharp. But Joey, 666, missed a crosshair placement himself. If he can regain control, pick up that kit, then there is a huge chance here. But again, oh, the T's just swinging. He has definitely done a great job at isolating those fights. Unfortunately, couldn't find the second man. And Belly, he'll get on the board. Him and Akari, 2v1. Zelix, again, knows that there is going to be that kit down in con. Can retrieve it, can push forward. Oh, but can't get past Akari. And that's going to be a huge effort for EXILIUM. But you got to remember, they started the last game the exact same way. Taking the first pistol and then losing what was 8 rounds in a row. And on the map like in Inferno, you know, you have to expect the CTs to force here. Pistols, MP9s, all of these sort of more or less cheaper weaponry. They're the kind of things that can get incredible damage done in close quarters combat, which is the majority of Inferno. And with that incendiary thrown towards Banana, surely that signals to EXILIUM. Okay, a couple of alarm bells. The buyer has come out. Let's not just run into anywhere for free. Looks like Chrissy has been tagged up by the scout. But in the meanwhile, Joey going a little too ham. Second phase of the flashes hit good. Unfortunately, Zelix couldn't find Chrissy, who was spraying, who was blind, and who was also tagged by that scout so early. One bullet could have sent him to the grave, but it hasn't happened yet. Silent boost into apps. Oh, Satsu, I think he has just barely heard that, but the MAC-10 against the Deagle at this range can go anyway. However, we'll go bellies. Now we get that 2v4 angle. Big damage onto Belly, big damage onto Chrissy. Secondary pulled out by AOK, but it all boils down to the timing, and Chrissy is at the ready. 3 kills on 12 health. Doing God's work for EXILIUM to navigate out of danger against the force bite, and MOUZ now will be saving for the 4th. What am I yapping about right now? What do you mean? I was talking about the game. I'll yap about what I bloody please, mate. Dem boy. Satsu is Romanian German. Ah, there you go. Well, his flag, unfortunately, has been lying to me. My bad, guys. I apologize. See, I don't know these things. That's what I need you for, the community, to spread the right information and to spread love. Spread the love for Counter-Strike, guys. That's what it's all about, okay? Belly butt. Solo in apartments may meet his maker, which is the apparent German-Romanian named Satsu, and at that range, he will fall. MAC-10 retreat, little upgrade, and ooh, a Molotov in the back pocket as well. This could go belly up for EXILIUM. Hold that thought. Push in, boost it. New box, and with that, there's going to be info on 3 CTs here to have been found, but they know that... Ooh, okay. There was danger waiting in every little nook and cranny of this B site, so it's been full cleared, and they know Satsu's position was over towards A, just playing nameplate Counter-Strike. And Akari picks that one up nice and easily. 3 in a row and 2 clean rounds back to back for EXILIUM. So you might see them just go for the bonus again with the 2 Galils, with the Mac 10, and potentially a faster approach. I say that. One of the Galils has been dropped for an AWP, which has been sold, which has been turned into an AK. Where'd the Galil go? Just ends up back on the Galil. There you go, you know. Save that money. Some people love the Galil, some people hate the Galil. I feel like more people love it than hate it. You know, I feel like a lot of better players opt for the Galil with utility than just going straight for that AK. Could be role dependent too. But heavy presence from EXILIUM towards second mid. And MOUZ NXT already burning through a good chunk of utility. So we'll see what they end up doing here. Jiggling Satsu. Oh, it's that first bit of info. Oop, here's the shot. Oh, goes in with the flash. Lovely little double. I didn't see that coming. I don't think EXILIUM saw that one coming either. 3 players blinded, lucky to at least get the trade off. And with the full wrap around, they need to get a wriggle on AOK clearing bracket in just a moment. Man's got his head in boiler, wants to keep on going. Happy shooting. Oh, and it's into a crossfire. Bad place for EXILIUM to be, but the CTs realized with the 2-man advantage, it's not worth to keep on fighting that one. They'll play the percentages. They'll slow it down. And AOK is making a lot of noise over towards apartments, drawing attention away from Tobies, who may not be backing himself as the best. Oh, Molly splits him up completely. But Tobies on the trade game reveals his hand, and now it's Chrissy in a 1v3. Bomb on site, and the CT slowly but surely creeping on in. Joey going to be able to get a freebie in the back right now. Boom. Chrissy rather. Sent to the Nether Realm. And that's going to be how MOUZ NXT got their first round on the board. Plenty of cash for EXILIUM. This is what we were talking about, though. That's why you go for the bonus round. You keep the Mac 10. You keep the Galils. Give yourselves a pretty good shot. Maybe they could have got close. EXILIUM going heavy up banana up against a full set of util. That is dangerous, and that's exactly why Joey flashed in. Chrissy on the ground. At least he managed to snag one away, but with the 2K off the back of that, B is open. Tobies is scurrying. Belly is denying pressure from apps that Satsu's just dry pushed through Lightroom. But the bomb has been left at T-stairs, and now things get really awkward until AOK's dealt with. And Tobies dry walks through a smoke, hoping he can find any answer to the round, but there is none. That's going to be 4 on the board for EXILIUM. And I was back in MOUZ NXT in that one, but they just did all the wrong things, unfortunately. I don't think they had HEs for Banana, and if they did, doesn't look like they hit the mark at all. I think both incendiaries even went to the same spot, so maybe a bit of miscoordination coming out from the B-site members. Bottom banana smoke. Getting tossed by Tobies. And this time, MOUZ NXT staying more respectful towards the B site. Just drop an incendiary. However, towards apps, they seem to love this double apps push. And it's been quite successful so far, jumping up. Oh, spotted on the drop. And EXILIUM will have to invest a whole bunch of utility just to keep on fighting this one. Oh, Belly's seen that trick before. Satsu trying to play around a cheeky one-way in the window, but he won't get caught. And that'll be the opening that EXILIUM were looking for. AOK as well. Burnt on the fadeaway from apps. Oh, and that's not where you want to be as Zelix. Disrespecting this one. Dodging the flashes, though. Lovely mechanics from him and the counter util. Joey 666 dropping one of the best bangers to keep Zelix in it, although on the jump peak goes a little wide and Chrissy too quick with it. So we're still in a 3v3 scenario. No idea how this round will end up playing out. Toby's getting the dink that he was looking for. What? Vladic giving him the big shots. Crazy. Lovely little flick back for the second man. Just full reaction. Mechanics maxing and EXILIUM will be locking in a fifth. Joey looking very good to save the M4. No T's in the vicinity. Both full health ones will survive in pit, making sure that there's no ninja defuse shenanigans going down. And Joey even allows himself to get that AK online instead. So moving into the 7th, there is 1 big gun and 4 probably little guns. I'd argue there will be some light utility investment. You might see a P250 and some armor, maybe just some deagles. And I think this is all about putting Joey in a position to succeed. He has been naded in the molly, in apps, and now has 18 HP. There is 2 players with Kevlar that he could potentially toss this to, but they're both on the B site. And, oh, that flash timing was damn good. Zelix going in with the second. No scope, no good. Oh, and invest the smoke to try and play the numbers game. Mate, just get out of there. Smoke broken. They just want to keep on forcing the fact and dropping yet another smoke a little deeper this time. It feels like they are heavily invested in looking for the AWP. Toby's having a gamble there with the shots through the smoke. Almost giving his life up. It is an incredibly dangerous choice. But in the meanwhile, with Joey so advanced in Lightroom, he's been holding down this line, which Hikari is not going to clear. Satsu doing a great job of making noise and drawing attention away from the aggressive play. Now with the 2-man advantage, surely MOUZ and NXT lock in a second, right? EXILIUM, they have that arch smoke up. And still a good amount of util, but not a lot of time to play with. Joey has also repositioned onto the balcony in the meanwhile. Him and Satsu can no longer hold this crossfire with the lurk smoke. Moto smoke has missed as well. Joey looking to play aggressive, but the problem is on 1 point of health. It's so hard to hold given that scenario. And Satsu as well going to be caught between a rock and a hard place. No flood from the CTs with minimal time. And the bomb will be planted successfully. So back to the 3v3 we go. Gun's going to be retrieved. And AOK with the AWP is deciding to just go for the full save. Opting to play the long game. And somehow EXILIUM in the 3v5 managed to come back from that. I'm loving the, early rounds from MOUZ. It just feels like things start to go wrong. And it's just EXILIUM sort of figuring out the puzzle. Belly unable to escape into the next round. But you'll take that for sure. T-side looking phenomenal so far. 6-1. And it is just what we witnessed on Nuke, but flipped on its head. This time, EXILIUM off to the races here on Inferno. Okay, guys. Spoiler alert. Actually, no spoiler alert. We'll talk about major games later. It's a gun round. I thought there could have been a faster approach towards Banana here. Chrissy. He loves to cop those HEs. Just to... try and hold down the line. Flashed off, though. Plays his life. And the not-so-silent boost goes up into apps this time. Belly, unfortunately, couldn't get it on the first jump. Smoke break. Great proactivity. But EXILIUM, fortunately patient not to get caught behind that one. AOK did go for the early rotate, opted to swing back after the noise was made, and Toby's called for it, although beautiful flash for him. And now flashing for himself. Will get out of dodge. Satsu in the meanwhile already peeked in on short side. But the double arch setup, it looks strong right now, but if one man falls, you know, the rotation comes across and Satsu can't hold on low health, then the A side's completely gone. They kind of need to keep on going for this pressure towards bracket and win it, but they're not going to win anything. There goes the bomb. Zelex now. Maybe an opportunity. Bomb's been dropped forward, fortunately for EXILIUM. And the cover, not quite there. Rich drops a HE on his noggin. And the molly went to deny a default plant, but there was not a default plant to find. Noise being made. Rich now just trying to dance around the smoke and reposition, using the opponent's utility against him, 1-for-1, but Rich ready. Knew that Zelex was close and lurking in those smokes. And it'll be 7 on the board. Whew. EXILIUM dragging each of these rounds back time after time. Again, one of those rounds where MOUZ looked like they made all the right moves. But EXILIUM just reading it well, positioning themselves in solid spots, and just classically doing it for Latvia. All right, let's see where they go here. Deep Apps Molly, MOUZ. Ooh, lovely utility. And that's an opening. But the overcook comes through again. Joey, hungry as anything. Wanted more. Wanted a little too much. Satsu. Is he going to be ready for Vladik? Two-man peek from both sides. Lovely. Little crossfire. AOK behind him with the AWP. Locking down the halls. And now with a two-man advantage. Surely this is one for MOUZ. Chrissy, 1v4 angle. Oh. It's the leg. Oh. Spots the belt. Oh. Jumps across. But I don't know if the CT's quite spotted it. Although Satsu slowly but surely lurking in through the underpass. AOK just needs to live, just needs to block, just needs to do anything but die. And Satsu just needs to look the right way. But he has not. And Chrissy has somehow made his way silently into apps and has not been seen until he misses his shot. And this is chaos. Absolute and utter chaos. Chrissy G in the windowsill will be forced back into the crosshairs of AOK, and that will be the second. Whew, I didn't know if that round was going to end. I guess it had to eventually, as does every round in Counter-Strike. But not every game. And now we've got a tactical getting pulled out. MOUZ break the streak, and I think it's a good time for EXILIUM just to have a quick chat. Hey guys, what went wrong? What can we do better? Yada, yada, yada. Chat, what would you say if you got to take a tactical, all right, in a beautiful game like this? Am I observing? No, I wish I was good enough to yap and observe at the same time. My fingers don't work when my mouth goes. That's just how it is. Mars, your pick'em's looking good? Hell yeah, brother. Mine were looking good. I need to wait and see how Bait does on Inferno against Wildcard, who has historically beat a lot of teams on Inferno. So I'm worried about that. And then, spoiler alert. Woo, woo. Guys, mute the stream now if you don't want spoilers. And then, you know, FlyQuest and Heroic on Mirage. It's going to be an interesting one as well. But Heroic currently leading, which is good for my pick'ems. Sad for the region. All right, back to the game. Early block towards the top of mid. EXILIUM more focused towards A earlier on this time, but look at what MOUZ are expecting. Some kind of bracket bust. And again, they're just heavily expecting it since there hasn't been anything going on at Banana. And AOK has a decent line there with the AWP held. Ooh. There's the spot. And that's enough to force him off. He's got one smoke here to play with. He's got to make a choice if he wants to go for the repeat there, but plays respectful and it's aggression at mid instead. Joey drawing attention away from Zelex, and they still weren't expecting a second member here towards long. But with that, do they go back? What do you do? 20 seconds. It's so hard to re-clear any other parts of the map. They have to fight. They have to do it. Right here, right now. Eyes together. Vladik able to go for the trade game, but a 1v2 and no idea on the other member's position. Satsu up on the balcony. Could let him in sight and might just do that. Oh, spots him. But the spot goes both ways. Vladik makes his way in. He's now seen Eok. And, oh, it gets awkward. No time remaining. AOK runs for dear life, and Vladik left it just too late. I think he missed it when he tapped the bomb. And that'll be that. 7-3. MOUZ. Now with a potential 5 to gain here. Can definitely still open the conversation of a 2-0 scoreline here for the lower bracket game in the main playoffs. For Europe, you know, it is, of course, still probably too early in NA for them to be playing their ESEA games. Okay, flash in, smoke in, faster approach. EXILIUM smacking this B site. Let's see if Zelex is going to be able to hold. Okay, defensive smoke on the back of site is way more than good enough. Lovely hold out of MOUZ, denying any fast aggression. And the force buy does not work. EXILIUM, almost nothing to play with here in the final round of the half. Galil armor smoke for Rich, probably the best buy they're going to get. Everyone else, all over the place. 1 Mac 10, 3 Tech 9s, and not the best utility. How's this one go, huh? A-okay with the ROP smoke. It might just be a mid-pot. Or even a waterfall. Who knows? Plenty of numbers towards second. Ooh, dink from Joey in the back of Zelex's head, and his sneaky approach gets a little less sneaky. Silent boost for 3 members. 4 even, maybe. Up in apps now, looked like 3. And the CT's probably not expecting so many players so quickly up short here. Flashed off. A-okay, caught in the open. Oh, it's gone awkward. Awkward indeed. Toby's only able to get 1, and that is not going to be enough to salvage the round. But at least salvage the site control. 2v3. And Chrissy making the perfect move. Wrap smoke, denying vision, although Joey expecting it. Gets the reload off, but they're still looking for the second man. EXILIUM, they need to make the read. Is it apps? Is it short? And the flashes going towards short instead. Should allow Zelex to peek. He's looking for it. No one giving him a damn thing, and it might just boil down to the timing. Again, Rich from the back of sight. Now just wants to buy the time, and he certainly will. Solid crossfire. Vladik doing God's work, and that's going to be 8 on the board for EXILIUM. I thought that was 5 for sure, looking at the buys, but MOUZ, unfortunately, just a little disjointed there on the retake. Rough hold as well. Felt bad for AOK getting full blinded on short, caught in the open. And look, in comparison to what we saw on Nuke, he's having a bit of a rough game. Only 4 and 8 so far. Joey and Zelex expectedly doing their thing, but Satsu as well. Not quite hitting as hard as what we saw. But let's see. It is online CS. Everything can change on the T side. And they have been spotted. Chrissy. Here's those little footsteps. And we'll slowly back away. Triple arch setup. I wouldn't say this is normal. I haven't seen it regularly. But with that pick, EXILIUM certainly could be more in trouble. 2 crossing over towards short side. Flashes across, just filtering their way out. Apps and Satsu going to be able to dance with the devil. However, look where Vladik is. He's still up in apps as well, but he's whiffed it for a whole clip. Oh, Lord. No good, but will flick back for at least 1. Satsu, way too good on the trade game, and he's saying, give me the ace. Let me have him. Let me at him. Where is he? Rich, the raid boss of the B site. 1 smoke, 2 guns. And a set of Kev as well. He's actually having a phenomenal one. Look at this, 16 and 6. And I don't think that scoreline's going to change. MOUZ happy just to win the round, win the pistol, put themselves in the best possible position to try and close that score gap.
Terrorists win.
Crazy, crazy scenes. Oh, bolts. Sorry, mate. Yeah, it is a best of 3. We're currently in the second map of the series. MOUZ 1, map 1. So that's what's going down. We've had a couple of hiccups today, so we're just getting through it. Sorry that I missed the question. I hope you're well, mate. Banana Control going to be uncontested this round. EXILIUM with the lead. They don't want to be throwing that away. So different to what we saw from MOUZ. They haven't gone for the heavy investment. Vladik just with that CZ to try and bolster that defense on the A site somewhat. And playing from cold, look, I personally am not a fan of the CZ, but I have seen it work randomly. Let's see if this is going to be one of those times. Hey, look, accuracy-wise, the USP is probably hitting better than that, and the CZ starting to chip away. Okay, little tag and bag. Chrissy on the back of sight needs to go forward. That's going to drop the bomb and make things a little awkward, but in a 3v1, surely not. Surely there's no shot that Rich wins this one, and I dare say he won't be. Look, you keep the Kev. You get a free little upgrade to the helmet in the next. You get a full buy. Juicy buy as well. M4, full util, extra kit in the bag. But he might not want that. He might want an AK. He might want it all. And we'll find that one out shortly. With 2 members running his way, maybe even 3. There's a chance at big financial damage. Slightly offline. Here's those footsteps and picks the fight wisely. Can't get the second man and won't reward himself with an AK. But look, that's big damage onto the T economy. All things considered, they brought what? 1 CZ into the round with that was that $500 investment. Managed to get rid of 3 different rifles. That's all right. That's all right. Wasted a huge amount of MOUZ NXT's economy. But that round gap is closing quickly. And now it's time for the guns. EXILIUM, 3 M4s, 1 AWP, and 1 MP9. Top mid smoke from MOUZ. Ooh, trying to risk it there. And there's still going to be a gap in the top mid smoke. Maybe not hitting the right mark. Unless it's intentional just to deny vision from long side. But I wouldn't expect that. Either way, baited in for the swing again. A-OK, taking Chrissy out of the equation. As well as the AWP. Still a 2-man setup over towards the A site for the moment. Belly joining the fray in time. But Vladik has been impressing me with a couple of his plays so far here on an Inferno. Rich gets the pick, and he is feeling it. Swinging back for a little bit more. Choke smoke. Blooming to separate the troops and just draw attention towards him, who wants to go through. Him and Hikari looking to fight this one together. MP9 at this range. Swap to the secondary, and that'll just be that. 1v4 angle for Toby's. But he is not known as the clutch master. He seems to be the brains man. Let's see what he can cook against a boost. Hard crossfire with CT. Oh, spotted. Rich. Oh, okay. Thought he'd win that one, but dink for dink, the AK hits that a little bit harder. HE does not quite go as deep as intended. And Belly posted, poised, perfect. 9 on the board there for EXILIUM. And they will join us in the second half, a bit earlier than what we saw from them over on Nuke. 4 more needed to send us to Ancient. But MOUZ, with the lost economy from not as healthy of a win as they would like, will now go for the Force. 1 Galil there for Zelex, and pistols for the rest of the troops. EXILIUM, 3 towards B early. Fallen flashes across the top, trying to set Chrissy up for success, but he's missed his opportunity. And with that defensive smoke at Banana, you could see Rich was happy just to hold an advanced line across the top of the sandbags, but still respects the timing of everything. Respects Mother Gaia. We'll let nature play its way out. Which is, of course, the mice overrunning Banana. Block on the retake util. Uses his head as well. So headbutts that forward. Makes things real awkward. Molly doesn't hit the mark. Neither does the smoke. And that makes EXILIUM quite interested in going back in. Rich dropping a flash. But in the meanwhile, it is just going to be a creep with 4 members for MOUZ. Up short. Oh, awkward angle. And it's looking like we might be on site. Apologies. I can't see. I can only hear. Hey, we're back. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Joey's found himself in a 1v2. And will dry push a smoke as the CT's also dry push a smoke. He's knifed one. What is this? What is this chaos? That could have been amazing. If he didn't knife an opponent, they might have just gone like ships in the night and he could have gone the full way. What could have been, huh? What could have been, guys? Yeah, apologies. I unfortunately had my own technical difficulty. My brain shut off for like 5 seconds, all right? Or my eyes, one or the other. But you guys saw what happened, so everyone's happy. Vladik respecting the danger of the Glocks. Him and Belly may have to be wary of this one. Oh, jumping out of the timing. Heard that pin and thought he'd take it. But MOUZ, unfortunately, will be put down this round. EXILIUM, though, now just 1 kill and 2 rounds away from taking the W here on Inferno and making it look nice as nails, man. Easy peasy. MOUZ are giving him some quick ones. They're going fast on a few of these low buys. And it is not catching EXILIUM off at all. Feels like the playstyle is working very well for EXILIUM. Staying cool, calm, collected, and triple towards B for them again. MOUZ going a little slower this time. Looks like flashes will be coming across. Tease. Oh, big damage over towards Broomside. Neither was to swing, but they get the job done. Joey, sharp as anything. Nade on the corner, boost across the top, and now we got a 4v3. The best situation that MOUZ have been in for a while. Smoke towards CT. But the Glock will buy a lot of time for EXILIUM to send another member across. Vladik, we can do at least bring that extra util. Set Akari up at new box. If MOUZ commit here, he can flash for Vladik on the flash for Hikari rather at the back of sight. But in the meanwhile, it's Zelix just trying to sell the fake towards A instead. Moto smoke and flash, but Chrissy cutting him off at the pass, and with that pick, it won't draw EXILIUM back just yet. Smoke here, and here's what we were maybe talking about. Hikari needs to tuck and hope for that flash to come sooner rather than later. There's the pop, there's the swing, and that is bloody beautiful. Lovely counter-strike, lovely team play. It's always good to see successful utility, successful flashes in team-based Counter-Strike. And you guys, you know, that's a situation you can do in your pugs too. All right, you guys take this as a learning experience. If you have a friend at New Box who isn't mollied out, or even if he is, and he's just fighting on the back of sight with a smoke, just flash across the top of him. Because all the T's are going to be looking at him thinking, what the hell's going on? Please. I beg. I just want my teammates to do that in my Faceit games, guys. Please do it for me. Look, Chrissy, he wants this done and dusted. But Cots HE to the face. Six rounds MOUZ need to find here if they want to even think about OT, but they got to get past the first hurdle, and his hurdle's name is Chrissy. Satsu won't be able to do more than one there, and now it's a 2v1 on the A site. Belly still living, and he is going to get mollied out. Invest the flash, but now we're down to the 2v2, and maybe the most winnable round yet for MOUZ. Joey doesn't want to stick his head up, but has the incent to buy more time. No utility left now. And Toby's up in grave has been naded. They seem to be aware of his position. Incendiary to the back of sight, and they tried to fight together. It works, and finally, MOUZ, they've cracked the code. They found a round. And they put 7 on the board. But their money is in shambles. And if you do the calculations, you run the algorithms, it's looking like EXILIUM maybe having a better buy here. Because I think Rich had like 8k just before, tossed across an orb, someone's given an MP9. Yeah. Arguably, MOUZ have 5 rifles, but we'll see what Chrissy can do with the big stick here. EXILIUM not contesting banana now. Akari looking to set up for the retake util, but might get caught off. Rich is at the back of sight, and they hear this one coming. They're just going to go in dry, and EXILIUM were not expecting that at all. It's save time. James has entered the vicinity. EXILIUM stuck like glue on this A site. And Satsu, oh, he did get spotted. Didn't want to hit that trigger too early. Now Vladik looking to save towards second, but oh, that should have been free. Missed headshot. Missed chance for Joey to find a bit more damage. And MOUZ staying respectful. EXILIUM should live here with 3 alive. Flash across, hunting. Oh, orb. It's on the hook. It's there. It's for the taking, but it gets to safety on the site. And MOUZ, they find another. My apologies. Just having a slurp, mate. Okay, deep HE. Tiny chip damage onto MOUZ. And the banana util is few and far between. EXILIUM just going for a couple of HEs instead. I'm looking to hold the rest of it. In the meanwhile, though, Chrissy has fallen again, going for this opening pick, which he's gone for so many times. and MOUZ adapting. But the real thing is, you know, is it too late? We'll all find that out together. Vlad Dick ready for the swing, but Satsu getting away with murder. Solo this time. And Vladik has been quite sharp indeed, but he won't be able to hit the gun back out in time. And the full wrap up long was too swift, too quick. And they counted the numbers. Like, look, boom. All right, you take old mate on the AWP out who has left the server, which has confused me. Rich, there's 3 Riches. Where is EXILIUM going? What is happening? You guys get back in here right now, all right? Don't you dare tech pause me. What the hell's going down? Boom. Was there a blackout in Latvia? We just lost everyone. Anyway, quick technical. I guess not knowing what the hell just happened and 2 people disconnected at the exact same time. We can do a spoiler alert. We'll call it the major update, huh? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I know you're probably watching it anyway. Have it up on the second monitor. But, alas, my pick'ems are looking good. All right, touch wood. Touching as much wood in my room as possible. My desk, my side desks. Probably go and touch my bloody wardrobe here as well. But my pick'ems are looking good. I'm happy. I think I'm happy. I think we're good. And I think Vladik is good. He's back in. Yeah, one more to rejoin. Chrissy. A great effort. We're all back. I guess we should be ready to go shortly. But again, have a look at that. The economy is not in a good way. But yeah, back to my point. So, you know, you kill Chrissy and you kill the man and you see the AWPer in apps. That's like 3 of the A-site members. You know, there's going to be max 1 more lurking around. You take the space at long, swing around, Chrissy, whoever it was, I think it was Vladik, sorry, with the AWP on balcony, just gets fully caught off. And I'm sure he's not happy about that. He wanted to close this game out. He would have had a nice little bloody rating for this one. 19 and 10. Would have been 19 and 9 if he got a couple more picks, maybe even 20. Theory-wise, could have been insane. I dare say, well, I'm seeing some buyers coming through for EXILIUM. Looks like they're saying in the chat. Yep, everyone's ready. Let's get this game back on the train lines, so to speak. Re-railed as opposed to derailed. Let's go with that. And yeah, 3 rounds the difference. MOUZ could be taking this to OT. But the tech pause, certainly a momentum killer. We'll see how they call up against the pistols, if they can navigate to safety. And EXILIUM having a bit of a discussion there in spawn. You could see they were a little confused as to which way they wanted to go, where this utility's going. Hikari even grabbing something and making his way back to A. And by the time he gets there, wait, how has he taken that much damage? What? No, okay, sorry. I think that the numbers are wrong and my brain's cooked. That's what's going on. Because it looked like... but it's all right. We'll fix it. We'll get there shortly. Uh-oh. I thought these pistols almost managed to get themselves a free AK. But Satsu... he's locked this in. Hikari, within an inch of his life, will be smoked off at CT and has 1 more blocking bit of util himself. But I don't know if he'll get that off in time. Satsu, do not donate the AK to the CTs. Satsu, do not donate the AK. Yeah, good. Untouched. And he's on for the ace. That's crazy. Hikari thinking, okay, this guy's surely tagged. I'll be able to get my mitts on an AK for free here. But I think he's got a bit more to worry about than that. MOUZ clearing out every nook and cranny. The church has been completely cleared. And Hikari on an off angle will be seen and get the double dink. Has a smoke to play with. I think you heard one Speedway, just trying to figure out where to drop that one, ditch it. And Satsu We can smell an ace, but unfortunately not going to be able to taste it. Joey catches him through the smoke there. And MOUZ NXT now just need 2 more. How close will they get? EXILIUM. Great utility. Almost perfect firepower. But back onto another gun round. And if MOUZ get 2 more, what'll that? That'll be 6 in a row to take us to OT. Pure T-sided momentum out of them so far. A-okay. Making a little bit of noise, but so are the rest of MOUZ straight up short. Chrissy just ain't hitting that trigger. And the A site's been taken. Now you just save. EXILIUM just goes straight for 3. Over towards B. And you just need to save these weapons to have a chance at the final round of regulation. MOUZ know it. They are hard hunting. Look at this. 2 down mid already. Just wait for that moto smoke to disappear. Then they'll clear out Arch. And EXILIUM will be in trouble because MOUZ have so much money. They can buy into the next round regardless. They should leave like 1 player here and just let everyone else go for the hunt. All right, library clear, Arch clear. Starting to make their move. Banana has been taken. And it's all about how you coordinate this one as well. So smoke on the banana choke. You kind of just want to wait for these CT members as well. Because there is going to be time at the end of the round to bust in together. Oh, that is not a place you want to be. Hikari. Rough spot at second. Needs the help from Belly. And that Molly might have done it. Okay, CTs affording themselves a save. Ooh, lucky days. All 3 survive. They fight for their right to carry the rifles across and have a full buy. And a final chance to close things out in regulation. Oh, we're going OT, baby. Beautiful, calculated aggression. That's what you love to see from MOUZ. They got those 2 picks and figured, hey, let's roll it. Straight up short, straight into A. Looking clean as a whistle. Lots of mollies towards apartments. 1 to Freezer, multiple from MOUZ to deny any EXILIUM aggression. But now we're going to see Banana be the focus here for MOUZ. It will be a 4v2 on this side of the map. Molly on the corner, Molly at sandbags, everything cleared out. Reactive utility for EXILIUM. But I think they're going to try and hold these smokes for as long as possible. Surely there's 1 more for Hikari to grab. But towards the top of mid. Block smokes start to come out. Statsu is still here and lurking. And they should expect it at this point. But there you go. 1 smoke's going down. Hikari does have another smoke. So can fully block the B site for a little bit longer. And we are going to see MOUZ try to sell the fake here towards bracket. Vladik just trying to pick his fight. And pick the timing wisely to go for the swing. Just doesn't want to show himself just yet. Shadow advantage from this position is huge, but Satsu is actually just going to sit that smoke out. And might be able to go for the backstab. He hears this rotation. He goes and makes his move. Oh, and just like that, it could be a catastrophe. How's B-site looking? Toby's running through the smoke. What is going on? Boost going up towards the top side. It is absolute chaos, and the site is no one's just yet. That flank has been found in the meanwhile. Satsu's fallen, and there's a 2-man advantage for EXILIUM to go for the retake. Smoke goes down. Oh, bomb rather. Gets planted just as the smokes start to fade. And there's no utility remaining for the T's, but they have to fight for control of something. And A-OK, he is stuck here. He is tucked at new box, but they're not expecting the other approach from Banana. Big picks out of everyone so far, but A-OK down to 4 points of health won't get it done. Oh, and we're going all the way to the 3rd map, to Ancient, to decide this series. EXILIUM got the 1 final round that was necessary. My lord, what a game. Huge performances out of so many of those individuals. But MOUZ, the resilience to fake comeback that one is a little bit crazy. I thought we might have been all over, done and dusted, but we aren't. We aren't. We weren't going to OT. It was always a ruse. EXILIUM always in full control. And Ancient, of course, is going to be coming up as the decider for this series just after the break. We'll see you after this.